That is gospel artist QUEENDALYN Yogli. I hope I got her surname right. And that is on Kronkron of her first EP in the music industry. She is an anointed, spirit-filled, passionate recording artist, gospel recording artist. And she spent 3 years in the gospel industry. She has 2 singles, You Are God, Jesus, and finally she has an EP, a debut EP. And already the song is everywhere because she has an amapiano, a gospel amapiano on the EP. We'll talk about that. But QUEENDALYN, it's good to have you. I hope I got everything right. The surname, the years in the industry.
Well, you've been doing this for how long?
I know, right?
Hi, Nanaya.
How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm also good. It's good to see you.
Always good to see you.
Yeah. But then, how is work and the foundation? Let me start with that.
Work is good, stressful. I'm actually just coming from site. So, yeah, that's literally my life. For 1 minute, I'm wearing like a construction helmet and boots, and the next minute, I'm in heels and things. So, yeah, I'm just coming from site. And foundation is also really good. You know that we advocate for children in the area of education health, and child rights. And thankfully, we got 2 extra scholarships this year from Sami Osaikofor in his school.
The footballer?
Yes.
Wow.
We got 2 scholarships this year from him. So now, as a total, we have 8 kids in school from the streets, which is really good. And the good thing about the 2 scholarships he gave us is his school is actually a British curriculum school. So you can imagine waking up not being able to go to school and finding yourself in a British school is such a heartwarming thing, and we're just thankful for what God can do through us for the community.
Yeah, really doing a lot of work.
Thank you.
That's good.
Yeah.
But this takes me back to, let me ask this. I said you're a very anointed, spirit-filled minister who is very, very passionate. Like, you do everything with passion. Your 31st night. What were some of the aspirations, the desires you prayed for? Let me start with that. Let me get into that. Because for someone who is very passionate, you like to do things the godly way. So tell me.
We try by the grace
on 31st
of God.
Night, 31st night. What were some of the aspirations, the desires that you prayed for?
I'm wondering why you're tagging it on 31st night. So typically, I don't wait till 31st night. I don't wait, because when we do those New Year resolution things, by the time January is over, we've forgotten what we've been.
It's true. You know that New Year resolution thing, it came. That's why I didn't pass there.
Nah. Yeah. So what I do is I have a vision board. And when I'm closing my year, basically from the 1st of December, at the close of the year, I start to document what it is that I planned for the year, what I wasn't able to achieve. If I actually want to carry it over, I just want to give up on it. And then I start to plan my vision board for the next year. So this is what I do. I have pins. I have pictorial pins as well. I write, aside from writing, if I want a Lamborghini, I'm going to get the Lamborghini from Google and post it. So once I wake up in the morning, I'm like, that's my car. You know, it kind of sends a message to your brain that, okay, that's what we need to achieve. Because as humans, we typically can forget things, not because we're not serious, but Charlie, life happens, so we forget things. So I have that vision board that faces my bed. When I wake up, I'm about to sleep. That's the last thing and the first thing I see every day. And once I achieve something, I take out the pin and I pin it on a different board. And I can't go into details of the things I prayed. I prayed for and I pinned on my vision board. Yeah,
that's very good. I've learned something. I won't tell you, but I have learned something from what you just said.
You have to tell me so I can charge you.
Because I had finished all the questions I intended to ask. I mean, we are coming to talk about the EP and all, but then I sat down after I was reading. I was like, okay, let me just ask QUEENDALYN this question. And you have taught me a lot. But then it's good. The last time you were here was September 5th, 2022.
Wow.
Yes.
I don't remember the date.
The very nice skirt with that belt. Hey. And you were promoting Utim Hoda.
Yes,
which is the first track.
From the EP.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know you put in a lot of work for that particular project, promotion-wise and everything. Your intention towards that music, was it fulfilled?
It still is being fulfilled. So now all the 5 songs on the EP are songs of promise. And they're songs that I got in a place of prayer. Because I write songs randomly. I can write songs in traffic. I can write songs when I'm cooking. I can decide that today they are me, book, and writing. You know, but these songs are songs I actually got in prayer, where I'm probably praying or in my quiet time, and I just start humming a tune and I write it down or I record it on my phone. And so we selected these 5 songs because they're songs I got in prayer, and they're also songs of promise where God actually said, I will do this with this song, and I write it down. And so far, so good. It's amazing, eh? Like, God is blowing my mind, though, and I'm just like, okay. It's amazing. It's been amazing so far, and I'm thankful.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. And like I said in my intro, you've been in the industry for 3 years. You have 2 singles, Jesus and You Are God. And now there's an amazing EP. I listened to it.
Yeah.
It's really great.
And for Nanaya to say that she listened to it, it's a great compliment because she doesn't listen to gospel.
Oh, she will listen.
You won't
I don't listen to gospel. She just sold you out.
It's true. I don't listen to gospel.
to be me, she would have
What
told
have
me.
we
I don't listen to gospel
What have we
music.
done that you don't
I
listen to
know.
gospel?
I know. I from Perez music to Nino and to Joe Metal.
To
They are all, Sisi. They're all fighting. But we will talk about that later.
Okay.
But then I know you describe the growth or associate the growth as God. God has done everything. But then describe to us the wonders he has done so that we can understand. The fact that you are saying that God has done a lot. Describe the whole 3 years. You brought 2 singles and now there's an EP.
Okay, so we're starting from 3 years.
Yes.
Brace yourself. Okay. So, You Are God was the first single that came out. That single was the scariest of them all because I had been, in the background and served people, but this was the first time I was coming out. And obviously, back here in Ghana, abroad for some, people have opinions and like, do chi song, do live worship before, those things. And I'm like, I've got to be true to who I am. Yes, I have an accent. Yes, I lived in different places, but that's my journey.
Yes.
And there's a reason God took me on that journey. So I was like, let's drop this song. Let's see if they like it or not, So we dropped Your God, and Your God was like the introduction of me into the system. It did well. It actually did more than I thought it would do, because it was really scary for me. I was like, how would they like me? Is the brothel too much? Should we cut down the language? And then we would go for interviews and people are like, hey, are you going to survive in this country? And it was even more scary. Then Jesus came. And Jesus, we decided to shoot in Dubai, and we went to shoot, and we came back and we released Jesus. And Jesus was the song. Jesus was the song that opened up conversations. Jesus was the song that brought me a lot of favor. Jesus was the song that made people start to pay attention to me. Jesus, we had VGMA nominations.
True.
We had 2 first nomination in 3 music. We had 2.
Yeah.
We had so many other, award platforms and so many testimonies. And a lot of people actually thought that I was in the diaspora still. A lot of people thought, oh, that's not a Ghanaian singing. Because, Jesus had this rock feel about it, and it was more like a Hillsong kind of vibe. And so when people would hear, oh, she used to be in Hillsong, they would okay, no wonder the song sounds like that. And then Jesus did that and opened up a lot of conversations, and God just showed me favor, which I'm really, really grateful for. Then we started to work on the EP.
Yeah.
And one of the things I learned in the culture, especially with the people I served, is growing with people you start with. And that's a culture I like to maintain, where we have a management team or a working team, and we're all like family and we grow together. So with the EP, I said to my management, I want my band to play every song on this EP. Are you sure? Your band is not ready. They are young people. They are now learning. I'm like, listen, as long as it takes, we're going to do this. So we started. It wasn't something we finished. We were in studio 6 to 8 months, just trying to rehearse, sending songs to people. This is what we're singing, and got a music director, Solomon. And Solomon started taking like the singers through their verses and everything. So we started to record. And then we did track 1. Then, Hong Kong, I said, okay, I wanted to feature people on this, and I started praying about it, and their names dropped in my spirit. And I hope in about Wakoni, I'm like, hey, legends, okay, let's do this. So Ma Dinah is a mom to me, and so I approached her, and she helped me call Abawa, and Abawa was like, of course, let's do it. And they came to the studio. They were so amazing. Those women are amazing, And then Izuru is like more like me. Izuru is like a soft jazz soul, which is like my background of kind of music I listen to. So I did Izuru, and I thought, okay, so I want to feature someone, but not a singer. I want to feature someone that does instrumentals. And I thought about who. And I've got this friend who's like a big brother. His name is Mike Aremo. He lives in London, and he's a Grammy nominee Nigerian gospel saxophonist.
Okay.
So I contacted him. He was like, send the song. I sent the song. And he was like, let's do this. So we did that. Then 4, I did Hold My Hands, which is my story poured into a song and
It's
my
like you
journey.
are speaking from a dark place.
Yes, from a really dark place. I wrote Hold My Hands when I was in depression. I went through 3 years of depression. As much as I'm smiling today and I'm old, I went through like a really dark phase, depression. The devil just fed me with everything I needed to be fed in my mind at the time. But I'm thankful that I'm here today and I'm standing, and God has shown me why I didn't have to give up, even when I thought there was nothing else out of that space. And then, of course, track 5, which is a banger. Banger, banger, banger. Was totally out of my comfort zone.
Yes.
Me, I'm a worshiper, calm,
Hey,
collected.
Krufe.
Oh, not really Krufe, but I'm a lady. I'm a lady. When I said, okay, so we want to do an amapiano, and everybody was like,
Not only with your brother for Sam, you want to do a piano on
I thought I
top.
would do my piano, and my team was like, but if we vibe, I'm like, what are you trying to say to me? So we decided we're going to do my piano. I reached out to my brother and my friend Lazio Beats. Lazio Beats?
Yes.
Yeah. And I reached out to him. He was like, make we do. So he literally just, Lazio moves around with his, like, he can literally sit right here and do a song.
Okay.
He's that good. And so he came to my house. We sat on the dining table, and it was all night. And then we got the track. He was like, Charlie. And when he was going to record me, he was like, no, come, they do those your skirmishes. Ooh, see, Afro. And he's like, listen, Afro, they just they sing straight. I'm like, oh. And I'll do, he'll be like, no, clean, straight singing, queen. This is not worship. I'm like, ha. So we did Come and See, and he asked, and I said I wanted to feature someone, and everyone's like, who? Akesi Brimpong.
That's it.
And they were like, okay, but Akesi be reggae. I said, listen, Akesi Brimpong.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Pastor Akesi, and I sent the song to him, and he was like, QUEENDALYN, we're doing this. I haven't done an amapiano yet. I intend to, but this one we're doing. And so we went into the studio, and he poured out his heart. And that song, honestly, I didn't think it would catch as fast as it.
Sure, it has a
It's
star.
like fire.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only one with a star there. And everybody. And I think you need to give yourself credit, because you're really putting in effort, especially with this, the dance and everything. Like
That you haven't done.
Because I'm not good at dancing. Nanaya and I will do it, plus Helen.
Yes.
Helen is a good dancer.
Yeah.
You should watch her dance.
You love me. The guys are just saying, chia in my ear.
But I mean, looking at how you've been in the industry for just 3 years, and you've done a lot, like you've achieved a lot. I think you should give yourself credit for that. I mean, especially with Come and See. And I'm sure that some people are watching you, especially gospel artists, that want to be like you, or are even in the industry and are wondering, what is she doing different? What would you say to such a person?
I think, first of all, one of the things I really, really believe is that everyone is on a unique journey. My journey may be similar to another person's journey, but then there are no journeys that are the same, and that's because the expression of God is so diverse that each of us can carry a different expression of God. First of all, you need to be true to your call and what you're sent to do. You need to figure out, this is what God, I think that's one of the prayers most of us don't. Lord, show me, reveal to me my journey and what I'm meant to achieve. It's not just enough being a gospel artist or being a gospel minister. You need to know what you've been cut out for. And then once you're able to get that glimpse, you'll be so focused that you won't even try to be someone else. Okay, but aside from that, yes, I have been in the industry for 3 years as a solo artist. But before that, I served for 20-something years. Different people in the space of, because I started serving when I was about 14.
Yeah.
As a BV, and I started as a BV for Tim Godfrey when I was 14, and at some point I was a BV for Samuel Poso, at some point I was a BV for Sonny Badu in London, at some point I was a BV in Hillsong London. Even now, I'm an artist, but I am still a choir member, singing in my church on Sunday, wearing choir uniform and singing. You need to understand that the place of service cannot be overthrown. There's process, and I like to also say that God is a God of process, because when you're in a place of process, you are able to build character, you're able to build experience, able to build tenacity. Fame is not an easy thing. So as much as you aspire to be known worldwide and all of that, it's a really lonely place to be. And I can say this because I served people who are legends and famous now around the world. And it's a really lonely place to be. And before you get there, God wants to make sure you're ready for that journey. So as much as my brothers and sisters are out there, let's just stick to the journey and ask God every step of the way, what do you need me to do and how do you want me to go?
Interesting.
Okay, before you come in, I mean, the name of your EP explains itself. Beth.
Yeah.
But someone will want to ask, what Beth are you giving birth to? Yeah. Someone will want to ask, is it a new QUEENDALYN? Is it a new you in a space, in a time? Is it? Throw more light for us.
Okay, so the EP is called The Birth.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with me. It's not the birth of me. I'm not having a baby. It's nothing of such. It's because, like I said, every song on the EP was birthed in a place of prayer. So more like the birth of those songs into the world, away from my bedroom and my secret place, now to the world. So it's more like the Holy Spirit birthing the songs to the world and doing that which He's promised to do with every song on the EP.
Interesting. But are you still doing poetry?
No.
The answer alone, right?
I gave up on that.
What really happened?
No, I wasn't doing it like professionally. It was just something I picked up in high school. And, I wasn't, how do I put it? I was quite young. I wrote my WASI when I was 14. So I also wasn't that child that developed physically quickly, because I was always very small. So at the time I was SHS 3, I didn't have people looking my way. So poetry was my thing. When it's Valentine, I don't have a Valentine, but I can write for your Valentine. And so you give me money or you give me chocolates or you share the
Ajay.
That was really smart.
Very, very smart.
Barter trade.
Yeah. When you're buying chocolate for your Valentine, okay, fine, because I look like a toddler. It's okay, you people are older than me. Go and do your thing. Let me be here. But I'm the writer. So I would always come up with really creative ways to express whatever my seniors were feeling at the time for whoever they were feeling. And that's how it started. And I started delving into other parts of poetry, but it wasn't really something I thought was sustainable for me.
Right. But are you still writing for others as you write your own songs among others? Do you write for others?
I have written a few songs for a few people, but it's not something that I've done a lot of for other people in recent times.
But it's gospel, all gospel, right?
Yes, please.
I mean, we'll be wrapping up.
Imagine QUEENDALYN writing.
I can write a love song, actually.
Will you ever do that?
Oh, why not? Okay. God is love. And love, I think we keep misconstruing the core of love. Yeah, the core of love is Jesus. The core of love is God and the sacrifice that He made through His Son. And so love is a beautiful thing. Of course, a Christian brother, a pastor, someone in the gospel space who wants to say something beautiful to his wife. Why not? You can sing a song and, say cheers with non-alcoholic wine. And,
Awesome. We're wrapping up very, very soon. But then the EP is out. Yeah. I hope you guys are listening to it, streaming on all platforms. But then you did something amazing. You went to Nigeria.
I did.
We'll touch on that quickly before we go. How is the whole experience?
Amazing.
Going back to Nigeria.
Amazing. You do know that my family lived in Nigeria at some point.
Is it River State?
No, Lagos. We lived in Lagos.
You said River State.
No, we lived in Lagos at some point. And
okay, so you are from?
I'm not from. You are from? You mean River State? My mom is from River State. There's a River State somewhere. Yeah, my mom is from River State, and we lived in Lagos at some point.
Okay.
And just going back there, I haven't been to Nigeria since I think I was 16. Mm-hmm. And in terms of the music space, and of course there's wedding, you go and do the wedding and come back the next day and all of that, you just go in and out. But then in terms of the music space, the last time I participated in any way in the music space was when I was 16, which is quite a long time ago. And so just going back in there was euphoric for me. The church I used to sing in when I met Tim Godfrey at 13 literally did like a homecoming for me.
Wow.
Bishop Michael Concourse
Wow.
Church did a homecoming for me. I was on stage for about 45 minutes. It was heartwarming for me, just seeing everything has changed. And the reception was great. I went with my PR, Sister Gina of Gospel Hypers, and it was good. It was really good. And being able to fly the flag of Ghana in that space. They started calling me the bridge. I get it. But then it's not even about being the bridge. It's just being able to have a voice as a Ghanaian in the Nigerian media space was a big deal. And we had like meet and greets. We had like events we attended. And thankfully to God, I was being used as a conversational example at a seminar where everybody turned and look at QUEENDALYN. She's a Ghanaian. She's come all the way to do this here. Which of you has gone there? And I felt that's a good thing to actually document, because every time, most of the times, we compare ourselves to. But for Nigerians with the big names as well to be saying, listen, a Ghanaian just came in to promote her song and you're not going there to promote. That was a good thing for us. And we're thankful because the airplay still continues and all of that. So I'm hoping that in the future, a lot more of us can be able to penetrate that space and every other space in the African region.
That's good. So there's a video for Come and See,
Yes.
which other ones should we?
So we have Come and See, we have Hong Kong Kong, we have Wutim Hoda.
Okay, Utimoda, yeah.
So it's just two more. We're not
two more.
we've not
Okay.
shot the
Hold
videos
My
for.
Hand.
Hold My Hands should be out in January.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that one. I really do. Hold my hand.
Yeah, it's a very. I think Mima is there. I'm a piano for me. And then thank you for coming.
Thank you
really,
for
really
having me.
appreciate it. It's always good to have you on the table.
Yes.
Yeah, wish you.
Are we
She's not
dancing?
going
Are we
down.
dancing on the table, Anna?
She's not going to wait for
We'll
us.
dance. Don't worry.
We'll dance.
Don't worry.
We'll dance.
Don't worry.